Hey family, should I bring something over for Christmas dinner?
Hey Mom. Thanks, but that's not necessary. Isabella's getting dinner ready. There's Mexican food like her family used to have.
Oh, Mexican food? Not a classic Christmas dinner? What about our delicious salad? The perfect mashed potatoes? This is much more traditional than such strange tortilla chips. It all tastes fantastic, Melanie. But we can have that again next year. Besides, my culture is not just tortilla chips. If you say so. What did the others say? You really should let me bring something to eat. After all, it's your first Christmas, so you probably have no idea what all the fuss is about. Melanie, calm down. Sebastian already told me that you want to bring your food so badly because it's tradition. But I'll manage, even if you don't believe me. You're always so bitchy when someone asks you for something. Bitchy? That's no way to talk to your daughter-in-law. I just want to make my traditional food that my husband loved so much. Your culture doesn't even know how to celebrate Christmas properly. What do you mean by that? Well, you're from Mexico. What do Mexicans know about Christmas there? You don't even have snow at Christmas. You're unbelievable, Melanie. Sorry, Rory wasn't feeling well again yesterday. Mexican food sounds like a change of pace. And even though Mom texted me to tell you something else so she can cook her dinner, I'm looking forward to your dinner. Isabel, would you remember to set aside a small portion for Rory and not spice it too much because of Rory's stomach? Of course, Emily. I know how sensitive my little niece is. And thank you for standing by me. Sebastian agrees with me that I should just ignore your mom. Of course. You should make food so spicy, Isabel. We're not used to this Mexican food and its exotic spices. I know what I'm doing, Melanie. You should consider yourself lucky that my Sebastian married you. I would have wished for him a woman with a reasonable culture. But that's just my opinion. You should really be grateful. After all, you're practically stealing my son. Your mom is annoying again. Just like that time you brought me biscuits for dessert. She just doesn't trust me. And she hates me, I know that.
You know how she is.
Please, write her that I'm responsible for this year. If her golden boy does that, maybe she'll believe you and leave me alone.
Of course.
Also, she brought up the culture thing again. That I'm stealing you?
Let her, babe. Sometimes she just gets a little crazy. Whereas she also wrote me this earlier, that I should have rather look for a white woman.
I'm going to have a crisis with your mother.
I have written to her.
And?
She's really going to try.
Like at Thanksgiving where she threw down the biscuits, Sebastian? I don't know if your mom can do that.
We'll see.
Hey, lovely Isabel. You finally know why Rory has such a sensitive stomach. She's allergic to peppers and has to avoid them for the time being. Oh no! Poor baby. Is she okay? Give her a big hug from us. So, can you make stuff without paprika? It's in almost everything, especially in Mexican food, isn't it? That's not a problem. I can change the one dish really easily. Then Rory can eat it too. And you really don't mind changing that? Don't worry about it, Emily. Rory is important to me. And for the food that needs paprika, I'll just put it out of reach for her and label it for you, okay? You are a true sweetheart. Thank you. Finally, Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas. Are you on your way already? Lucas is packing the suitcases in the car right now. Then, we'll be on our way to pick up Mom. We'll be there in a good 3 hours. I'm looking forward to it. I am already busy cooking. This is going to be wonderful. Mom did cook a ton of food after all.
You're not serious?
Yes, I am. And I couldn't get her to leave the casserole and dessert. She really wanted to bring it. And she said some really nasty stuff about your culture and Mexican food. Crap. And who's going to eat that much food? Your mom is so exhausting. I have no idea. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Thank you.
You have to come home.
But I need a moment at the supermarket. I want to buy this special sauce for Rory, so the dish will be perfect for her.
Mom's already here, and she's going crazy. She brought a lot of food, and she's throwing your food in the trash. And she called her food superior to yours.
She does what? The food was so incredibly delicious. Thank you. We should do this every year. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and that you were able to save the food from your mom. I don't know what she had there either. She was pouting the whole time in the car on the way home that no one had touched her food. Serves her right a little bit. Rory is feeling very sick. We are on our way to the hospital. Oh no. Rory had an allergic shock. She ate something she shouldn't and wasn't allowed to. Oh no. How could that happen? I don't know exactly what happened or how it happened. I just gave her some of the food that you labeled, Isabel. She ate nothing else. The doctor said it was probably the reaction to peppers. Your mom said that she saw paprika in the food. I've been very careful to make sure that there are no peppers in there. Really? It tasted very hotty and spicy. It just tasted like it. And according to the recipe that was on your kitchen table, there are peppers in it, aren't there? Yes. It usually has paprika in it, but I left it out, and I made the rest of the food less spicy. Well, I thought it was pretty spicy. The portion that Melanie served me was almost too spicy. What do you mean by that, Emily? Maybe you deliberately added some paprika, Isabel? What do you mean by that? I was very careful not to let that happen. I just mean, sometimes you do something subconsciously, like seasoning food that you've already made a dozen times. I was watching out for it. Then, how did Rory get the peppers? She much too little to put food on her plate by herself. I'm afraid I have to agree with Mom, Isabel. These things can happen very quickly, and after all, it was your first Christmas that you hosted. What do you mean? I mean, you're probably to blame for my little girl being miserable. Please come home. I can't stand that.
You brought this on yourself a little bit when you put peppers in Rory's food.
I didn't put peppers in Rory's food.
Isabel, relax. I talked to the others and we're not going to have any more family dinners at our house for now.
What?
I talked to the others about it, and that's the consequence.
But babe, your family just accused me like that. You can't prove it. I'm sitting here completely alone crying.
I'll be home soon. First, I'm worried about Rory. Emily said that Rory is getting better, so take care of yourself till then.
But I didn't put peppers in Rory's food. I looked it up.
What?
I found some interesting stuff in our kitchen that does not belong there.
What do you mean?
Are you still with Emily and Lucas?
Yes. Why?
Ask them if your mom or any of them put salsa on Rory's food.
Lucas has confirmed it.
Then I guess your mom will get a message from me now. Did you put salsa in Rory's food? And in the rest of it? What do you mean by salsa? The bottle that's there. You brought it. And Lucas saw you put some of it in my food. Oh, the salsa. I thought your food would be too spicy for the others then. There are peppers in it. Yeah, just peppers. What are they going to do? And you made them over Rory's food? Yeah, Rory wasn't supposed to like your food either. And you're accusing me of not caring about my niece? I had to expose you somehow. And Rory is doing just fine. Oh my god! Isabel, I'm so sorry. I didn't know Mom would go that far. She wantedly endangered my daughter. I told you I didn't. I am so infinitely sorry. Lucas says we are cutting off contact with Mom for now. Sebastian is coming home now. He agrees with us. From now on, only family dinners at your place. Melanie admits, after some pressure, that she brought salsa that had chunks of peppers in it. She wanted to make sure that the food was too spicy for the others, but didn't care that her granddaughter has an allergy to peppers. She wanted to blame it on Isabel and blame her for Rory not being well so that she could badmouth her daughter-in-law to her daughter and son-in-law. She was throwing out plates and dishes and made a mess in Isabel's home till they got out. The family breaks off contact with the mother, and family dinners now take place at Isabel's house.